Hi, my name is Sophie Mbogwa from the Africa Climate Conversations. I wanted to weigh in on this Naivasha flooding that I've seen so many people talking about. There is something we as human beings often forget, that nature will always reclaim. What we see in Kyoto and what we've actually seen in Baringo within these Rift Valley lakes that have actually flooded over the years is basically nature reclaiming. It has nothing to do with climate change, if you ask me. It has something to do with lessons, nature speaking, nature communicating. Because one thing that we have done, we human beings over the years, we have disrespected nature for a very long time. And we do a lot of development without thinking about the natural system and nature. And one of the things, and I remember back, I think in 2021, I think it was 2021 or 2022, I was doing a podcast series looking into mental health and climate change. I went to Baringo and I was talking to these communities. Lake Baringo, it's one of the lakes that have risen over the years. And I remember I was talking to this mzee. He was actually telling me that the land he was sitting on at that particular time, which now he was living in a tent because his house was under the water. He was trying to rebuild for the third time. He was telling me at that particular time that when he was a boy, that piece of land was part of the lake. We do not do research to inform our development, especially in Africa. Even when we conduct research, the research we conduct is based on who is coming to invest in our countries in a particular area. We've actually built and developed without considering what the past looked like. And always remember, the past informs the future. It is very important to understand how the lakes were before. But in absence of research and understanding that particular data, it's very difficult for us to develop these particular areas. What I see is an opportunity that is actually telling us how things will look like in the future. I'm seeing all these floodings as lessons. I'm seeing them as maps, as basically nature kind of trying to do research for us because where we've been unable to do. And I think it's a very good opportunity for governments in terms of future planning for cities and people to understand when we are developing an area, it's very important for us to remember to map these particular areas where they either were swamps or either were wetlands, and to understand that however much we are building and however much we are developing, we need to respect nature.